What's up, Motion Squad? Excuse my lashes, y'all. So today's vlog might be it's not too deep. It's just something slight. Me and the wife were talking about children today, or not even just children, but our young people today, teenagers, young adults, everybody, and how there's no structure anymore, no discipline. Like our world today is it's crazy out here. Students are beating up teachers. Young folks have no respect. You go in the store, children that are, sorry y'all, children that are like 10 and 11 years old, baby, they cuss like drunken sailors. Back in my day, I couldn't say stuff like, ooh, if any of my family is watching this, I couldn't say stuff like, lie, excuse me, but, like a mug, none of that, not even at school. If a teacher at school heard you say something like that, they will snatch you too. In today's society, we have this thing where a lot of parents today, they're saying is, I want to give my children everything I did not have. What about everything you did have? We have focused so much on trying to give them everything we didn't have that we forgot to give them everything we did have. Morals, respect, discipline, things like that. We got kids that talk back to their parents, and sometimes you just got to look like, I wish I would say that to my mama. And I'm almost 40, y'all, and I ain't gonna do it, okay? So when a little 8-year-old is in the store telling their mama what she gonna buy them or what she gonna do, no sir, no ma'am. In today's society, we are raising very ugly young people. Not because of their looks. We need to go deeper than the surface. Their insides are horrible. We're raising these kids that turn into adults, and they're just out here going crazy. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm scared for my future. I'm scared for these young people that might just gonna be in office. I'm scared. I'm scared for these young people that might actually make it to do something with themselves and be a police officer, even though what's going on, shit, I'm scared. The young people that are now teachers, shit, I'm scared. What are they teaching our kids? What are they going to teach the young people when they have no morals, no values, no respect, no discipline? It's like the video of the young girl that hit the teacher that had just came back from battling cancer. There were no consequences for her. She got to come to school the next day like nothing ever happened. Back in the day, your ass would get expelled. Your parents would be looking for you a new school. Back then, they're saying it takes a village to raise a kid. Not only did the parents raise the kid, but you had grandparents, aunties, uncles, the neighbors. Anybody, if they saw your kid outside acting up and your neighbor was out there, they would snatch their little ass up and let them know you know better. But parents today, again, we've gotten away from the things that our parents gave us. They go out there and they, don't touch my kid, don't touch my baby. What they do, you tell me, I'll handle it. Well, if you was handling it, you were handling it, then little Johnny wouldn't be outside throwing rocks at cars. Throwing rocks at people. Little Johnny wouldn't be at school beating up his teacher. Stealing from his teacher. Being a bully, beating up kids. Yes, children are going to do what they want to do. They have their own mind. And even after they grow up as adults, they still have their own mind. No matter how you raise them, what you instill in them, there are still choices that they have to make on their own to be a better human being, to be a better person. But in this day and age, again, we try to give them everything we didn't have. We have deprived them of everything we did have. Did you grow? Who are you today? Because of your parents, right? Right? because you had guidance, because you had rules, because you had discipline, because you have consequences for rules that you did not follow. Kids today know parents are gonna hoop and holler and they ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna tell them all day long. They're gonna yell 100 times. I see it on Facebook all the time. People be like, all I do all day is yell at my kids to tell them to sit their ass down. If they don't sit their ass down, I'm gonna do this. If they don't sit their ass down, I'm gonna do that. But do you ever do what you say you're gonna do? Or I told my son, I don't mean to just keep saying son, or like little boys are just the horrible, worst thing in life, because these young ladies today are something else as well. But I normally see a lot of people saying, my son. I tell him I'm gonna take his Xbox. Do you ever take the Xbox? No. You know why? Because the Xbox keeps him busy, makes him leave you the hell alone. When you tell these kids you're going to take something from them and you don't, they now know that they can call your bluff. They have now lost respect for that discipline piece in you, because they know they're going to do what they want to do. You're going to hoop and holler. You're going to make threats. You're going to say what you're going to do, what you're not going to do. And at the end of the day, you're not going to do none of what you said you was going to do. At all. It goes back to no consequences. And in the real world, life doesn't work like that. In the real world, you out here doing these things, and there are consequences. Not all the time, but eventually, somewhere down the line, if you keep going down that road, there are consequences. May not be from you, may not be from anything else, but we have become the parents that make excuses for our children. Oh, little Johnny, he was acting up in class, he was this, because he was that, he was this, he was that. No, little Johnny's just bad as fuck. Little Johnny is just used to doing whatever little Johnny wants to at home. So when little Johnny goes somewhere else, he doesn't know the difference. Because at home, he hoops and hollers and runs and breaks things and does whatever he wants to do and says whatever he wants to you. I'm going to use something close and dear to me, that my mom always says, children know who and they know when. And it's not just children. It's anybody and everybody. Everybody knows who they can try, when they can try, and how to try them. Everybody knows whose buttons to push, how to push them. Especially when they know there's no consequences. We try to buy them all of these things, because the holidays are coming up. I see parents out here trying to get new game systems, new shoes, new Jordans. But what did Lil Johnny do to earn new Jordans? Or that game system? I'm going to stop saying Lil Johnny, because I don't want y'all to think I'm saying all y'all sons is bad as hell. All of them not. And some of these little girls, like the little girl that beat up her teacher, is something else as well. So these young women, they have no respect. So if they have no respect for others, they end up not having no respect for themselves. They're used to running over people. They're used to doing what they want to do, saying what they want to say. And that don't fly with everybody. Just because you allow that in your household, or you're okay with it, or you excuse it, and you make excuses for it, the world out here is not going to make excuses for it. I'm not going to make excuses for it. I don't know your kid. I don't know how they was raised. All I know is if they step up to me and they disrespect me, then I'm going to be looking at them a certain type of way. Me being who I am, I'm going to say something. We got to do better with being role models for our kids. You sit up with this, give my kid everything they didn't have. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying that. But your parents, your grandparents, whoever raised you, your auntie, your uncles, whoever raised you, they gave you everything that they had. May not have been monetarily, may not have been fancy clothes, may not have been new shoes every other week. It may not have been a pair of Jordans, a new game system, but they gave you everything that they had, everything that they could give you. But the most important thing that they gave you wasn't of monetary value. It was the things that they instilled in you that made you the person that you are. Again, values, respect, morals, discipline. You had consequences. If you got close to a cuss word, you got that ass tapped. Snatched up. Something. Guarantee you back in the day, if your granny said you couldn't go outside to go play because you done disrespect her, you didn't clean your room or you didn't wash no dishes, you weren't going outside. She don't care about that potty face. She don't care about how much you hooped, hollered, and whined and cried about it. You weren't going outside. Granny said you couldn't go outside, you're not going outside. At all. Period. But today we take back everything we tell our kids we're going to do or we're not going to do. And we do it anyway. Or we don't do. Or follow through. But what we said. You know, a lot of people can also say school teachers should be more involved. How do school teachers get involved? When there are parents that come to the school, you know, they may say, oh, you picking on my kid. No, they might just be trying to help your child. Where you're not helping your kid. But because little Johnny, little Susie is so spoiled, they come home, they tell you, and you run to the school. When little Johnny, little Susie needs some discipline, some guidance, some consequences in their life. I'm going to make this vlog short. I'm about to end this so I can get back to work because I'm on break. But let's stop focusing on everything that we didn't have, that we try to give our children. And let's focus more on everything that we did have and instill that in our kids. Because right now, the way our youth is going, this world is going to be real scary. It's scary already. But I don't know about y'all. But I'm going to be scared as hell. Alright, Motion Squad. Deuces, bitches.